Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Sport. And today we have the Barnes, Tony, and Riley show. How you gentlemen doing today?
We're doing great today, dude. You know, nice little hump day here. You know, we're here bright and early. Excited. Ryder Cup, dude.
The Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup.
We're so pumped for that. Can't wait to see that course too. You know, I don't think there's really been too many events over there.
Oh, true.
So it looks, pretty pristine.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I'd like to do, as everyone sees, the sweatshirt I'm wearing, shout out company, shout out Josh B.
Yeah, baby.
Couldn't have designed this sweatshirt any better. And the topper, Tony, is the double B on the sleeve. I mean, you can't beat that customization.
No, you really can't, dude. That's awesome. They did it well for you, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, just shout out. That was a job well done for sure. But yeah, so, a lot to get into today, and, we'll start with the Ryder Cup, which is a little different than, what we're used to just in terms of, the format. You got best ball, alternate shot, there's a bunch of different angles here. And it's kind of interesting too. I believe it's been, if I'm not mistaken, over 30 years since we've beaten Europe on their soil.
Yeah, I think like 93 or 96, something like that.
It is interesting because it just makes me think of, just other team sports in general. Like, you feel like home field, makes a big difference, but then sometimes you wonder, it's like, it is the same game. We've seen some crazy splits, over the years, like in basketball, like the Spurs almost went undefeated at home one season. What do you guys just make of that just in general with any sport? I mean, do you think the fans could help, but sometimes it is kind of odd because at the end of the day, I mean, it's about the talent on the field, on the court. I mean, what do you think that is with the home field advantage?
I mean, yeah, of course, when it boils down to it at the end of the day, it is about the talent on the field.
Starving.
But when that talent becomes, comparable to the competition, I mean, you get other factors that come in, like, having a fan base there cheering you on, having kind of a home court advantage. We are over there. We're in Rome. I don't know. Again, I know you said it has been played there a lot in terms of competition, but maybe a lot of these golfers, these European golfers, have played there. Of course, in Europe, I mean, the weather is just different too.
Right.
Entirely the opposite of what American golfers are used to golfing in. That's for sure.
Right.
So,
right.
Those factors sort of come into play when you get such a high level of competition, where people are at each other's throats. It's just kind of neck and neck. So yeah, but it makes for great golf, great analysis. Anything could happen, really, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll go over the rosters in a second, but when kind of handicapping this competition, does that play into your guys' decision, or are you more looking at, each roster and who has a better team?
I mean, for me personally, I'm looking at just the roster. I don't know about Riley.
For me, I think, Europe has a lot of rookies too. But I think we have a lot of rookies too, like Max Homa, of course, great golfer, but this is his first Ryder Cup. How is he going to perform? You have guys like Sam Burns. How is he going to perform? This is his first Ryder Cup too. So United States, I think, still has a lot of question marks too. I think that the time zone change is a big thing too. I mean, these guys got in yesterday. They're teeing off at 1:30 a.m., technically 2:30 a.m. So that's definitely something different for them. And then I do think in this situation, the environment does matter because these guys aren't used to environments because it's golf. So now you get into an environment where, you have rowdy fans that are rooting against you, where something you don't really find in golf is people rooting against you. So I think here it really does play a factor, and we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And
munch.
No, but I have to say the best Probably the best protein bar I've ever had.
What is it?
RX bar chocolate chip. Have you guys ever had it?
Oh, not the chocolate chip one. I don't think.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that color ever. To
Peanut
be
butter,
honest.
the brown,
Peanut butter, probably, yeah.
and then the blueberry. I feel like blueberry.
No.
That one's pretty good.
blueberry, dude. Speaking of blueberry, by the way, last night, 2 nights ago, on the gaming corner, dude, we had leftover donuts from Donut Delight. I tried the blueberry one. It was freaking delicious, dude. It was so good.
I think after the questions about the box of Joe, you've warmed to Donut Delight.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was never really. I mean, the munchkins.
The lid.
I just only the lid, dude. But the only I had just the munchkins at the tailgate, which munchkins were great.
Yeah.
But then having that donut, the donut was so good, dude. Very fresh.
No, but that's what I really think the difference is that they're made right there in house.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no shipping.
No, yeah, that makes a huge difference, dude.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Because sometimes you go to Dunkin' Donuts or something and it's like,
dude, it's trash.
Disgusting, like
Trash.
stale,
Ew, gross.
I'm telling you though, next time the muffins, dude, the banana. Oh, but you with the banana, but blueberry, or no, you want a corn muffin apparently.
No, I like chocolate chip is by
Chocolate chip.
far my favorite. I want chocolate
Over the
chip.
corn, because you seem pretty hyped on the corn.
No. It's not that I was hyped. It's just that you want to banish corn muffins from the world.
But
What?
No, but
That's what he said.
I don't know. I just feel like there's so many better choices. Like when I'm thinking about like my favorite
Yeah.
flavors, I mean, I don't even think that's in the top 10.
Well, there's a lot
Muffin
more.
wise?
Yeah.
Muffin
Top
wise, that's
10?
top 3.
What do you mean top 10? Name me 10 of your top muffin flavors.
Toast with butter.
That's ridiculous.
Should we try to do it?
Let's go. What do you got?
How about just no order, just 10 I like?
Okay, yeah, sure. No.
Okay.
No.
But I want you to count them out.
All right.
So pistachio.
1,
I would obviously chocolate chip,
2,
blueberry,
3.
Coffee cake.
Coffee
Yes.
cake muffin?
Yes.
What is
Fuck
that?
outta here.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. Coffee cake is coffee cake. What do you mean coffee cake muffin?
There's coffee cake flavored muffins.
Where?
Look it up. I mean, if you really, I mean, that's like, have your eyes been open the last,
I just got coffee cake. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. All right, fine. I'll give you that 4.
And then did we say banana nut?
No, 5. Coffee cake muffins.
And let's see, double chocolate.
6.
Let's see. You know what? I would say cranberry.
Okay.
7. And then there's I know I'm just like not.
I don't think. Have you said pistachio?
No, I did say pistachio.
Oh.
I don't know why. I guess that's just because what I usually get, but lemon poppy seed.
Lemon poppy seed.
That is like amazing. Oh my God, Tony
it,
looked like he just saw
Fucking
ghosts
cares.
Honestly,
over there.
dude, lemon.
What, you really that's in lemon?
Yeah, I don't think lemon should be in pastries or desserts at all ever. Like lemon cake, lemon cookies. No, like I don't want
So we're at
lemon.
8.
Yeah, we're at 8. Like, what do you want? Why do you want
2 more.
citrus like desserts like that?
Hold
Just
on.
drink some lemon juice, dude.
Cinnamon chip,
Cinnamon chip.
9. And wow, I can't believe I'm almost here. Let's see. So for the last one, I definitely have had a cheesecake muffin. That's number 10. There you go. 10 muffins
Ridiculous,
better.
dude.
I would say the only muffin I would rather have corn over is bran.
Okay.
I mean, let's hear your top 3 muffins.
My top 3?
Yeah. Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, obviously number 1, hands
Plain,
down.
nothing, no sugar, just plain.
What do you mean no sugar? Just a chocolate chip muffin. Like, what do you mean?
No,
Like they
no,
put
I-
a ton of sugar in it, Brian.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm saying I thought that was going to be one of your muffins, like just no flavor, no topping.
Well, corn muffin probably number 2.
Corn muffin. I can't
Um,
believe corn muffin over blueberry. I don't know. In what world, Tony? In
My
coffee
world.
cake? I can't believe you don't think a coffee.
First of all, like I wouldn't even.
Dunkin'
think-
Donuts has them.
Dunkin' Donuts has them.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not like
Well, that's great. You don't
I'm gonna
care they
go
have them.
to the pastry shop and get an actual
All right,
like
so
piece of coffee cake.
What's number 3?
I don't know, dude. I guess like pistachio. I guess I maybe had it
Pistachio.
once in my life,
Wow.
but it's
Pumpkin.
normally either the pumpkin, dude.
Yeah.
Stop. That's gross.
Yeah.
Pumpkin muffin.
Pumpkin muffin.
Mm,
Can't do it, dude.
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Also, cheesecake muffin. I mean,
really good.
I
Honestly,
think Connecticut flavors. It's just I don't know,
Connecticut
dude.
flavors. Yeah, dude. Corn is just so good. What would you
is
say
really good,
your rankings are, Riley?
Number 1, chocolate chip. Number 2, strawberry. Actually, we make a good strawberry muffin at my restaurant.
I could see that.
And 3 would be corn.
Wow, I don't know. Maybe I guess I could give a corn muffin one more try, but I've always liked cornbread.
Cornbread's great,
Yeah.
but kind of
kinda
like
like this-
big. I don't know, kind of different.
Kind of more firmer. I feel like the muffin. And then I think
bits of corn.
it's got to be toasted with butter.
Right.
Corn muffin.
Oh,
It's like, and like you even get a little
I
bit
toast
of, like,
it with butter
char
and jelly
there.
on it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. I was going to say, you don't want your muffins toasted with butter, though. That's why I was looking at you, because we just talked about this the other day. You're like, there's no need for butter.
But corn muffins, like butter and jelly on it most of the time.
Yeah,
Jelly.
'cause
Yeah.
if you go solo, sometimes it can get some dry in the mouth because it's all like corn.
I
Mhm.
gotcha.
But I think in that case you need
Yeah.
butter or jelly. But I think that almost makes it better because
Mhm.
you have it with a butter or jelly every time.
Oh, so good.
Elevates it.
Yeah.
Next time, we're gonna like do it on air, and
Mhm.
we're gonna make you try the Donut Delight blueberry muffin,
Okay.
and just have you say, "Oh well, actually."
I would say I'm sure it's very good, but it's not like I'd probably still prefer a corn muffin and a chocolate chip muffin. I feel.
Tell me though that because I feel like it just kind of reminds me of it, that you like a blueberry crumb pie or something.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
Sure. But I mean, is it gonna be like my first choice?
I just think though you have the right one. We'll get you there.
I'd rather have an apple pie or an apple crisp.
No, I mean I think
apples.
apple pie I think is the best by
Yeah.
far.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Apple pie
good.
with vanilla ice cream, great crust,
So-
and just regular apple pie. I don't need this apple crumb bullshit. Like I think just regular
Really?
traditional like apple pie.
apple
No?
crisp.
But I feel like just regular apple pie is the
Really?
best by
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
No?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But apple crisps are very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. I think the regular pie is a step up though.
Yeah,
Do you
for sure,
ever
definitely.
you ever throw the cheese in the apple pie?
The cheese,
Yeah.
no.
What kind of cheese?
Cheddar.
What?
Stop it.
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
really?
So serious.
Never
That,
heard of
I
that.
don't
Where's
think
that
we
come
can get
from?
Tony there on that.
Nah,
We did
cheddar
that.
cheese and apple pie.
I
No.
like grew up on that.
So like, what do you do though? You just like sprinkle some shredded cheddar on it.
No, you just take like the blocks. You just put it like inside.
Oh, and you bake it with.
No.
Oh no.
No, yeah. I usually just put like like cheddar cheese.
I feel like the way you're describing this, I feel like some joke is being played. on
Yeah,
Tony,
me too.
honestly.
You put a block of cheddar cheese in your slice of apple pie,
Basically,
like
yeah.
raw cheddar.
Yeah.
Why?
Like when you were first saying that, I was thinking like maybe you were gonna say like goat cheese or like ricotta cheese,
Yeah,
which would have
yeah.
been
I
like
heard ricotta,
okay,
yeah.
like I guess I could see
That's
that.
a
But
thing. I'm telling you.
a Rhode Island thing?
I don't
think it's a
know.
thing,
I don't know.
dude.
I think it's a thing. I think I've had this conversation with other people.
I've never heard that happen.
No, I
from
still
anyone.
feel like he's messing with
Yeah.
us, honestly.
I still think so too.
I'm not.
And now he's leaving. Look at him. Yep.
So moving along here though, we'll just go over the rosters one more time. I know we've talked about this, but US, when we're talking auto qualifiers, you got Scotty, Xander, Patrick Cantley, Max Homa, Wyndham Clark, and Brian Harmon. And then the captain's picks: Jordan Spieth, Ricky Fowler, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, Sam Burns, and Colin Morikawa. And obviously, non-playing captain Zach Johnson. And when you look, just not even comparing it to the European team, when you look at that team, do you feel like there is a ton of talent, or would you almost expect slightly more for a Ryder Cup?
Do I think that there's enough talent on the team? Is that what you're asking me?
But is there as much talent as there should be for a Ryder Cup team?
I mean, I guess not. If you're really looking at this team, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like I think there's enough talent. I think there is enough talent for a Ryder Cup team. Because I mean, even this season, I feel like with a lot of these players, they've had their ups and downs. I feel like every player kind of has. Like, no one has been like consistently an outlier where it's like this guy should definitely be on the team over Ricky Fowler. This guy should definitely be over the team, like on the team over Jordan Spieth. Like, I don't think anyone really comes to mind right now.
And because my thought is, and I'm curious, what Riley thinks here too.
Really?
But I just don't see how this team wouldn't be markedly better if you took off Sam Burns and Justin Thomas and you added Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau.
Well, in my opinion right now, I think Sam Burns is a better golfer than Dustin Johnson. And the numbers show he's played, in my opinion, he plays in a harder tour, and I think he's a better golfer. I mean, that has nothing to do with that. Dustin Johnson's been here, done that. He would know the situation.
Exactly.
Same thing with maybe, like you said, maybe that's what. But my opinion, I think this is one of the better Ryder Cup teams we've had. I do agree with DeChambeau. I don't like the guy, but talent-wise, he probably should be on the team.
I mean, he's unbelievable.
Yeah. Talent-wise, he should probably be on the team. But just like I was going off my first one I said earlier, like we do have a lot of rookies, but these rookies are filthy. Like Max Homa, fantastic. And I think Burns is going to show this weekend like why he was a captain's pick. He played fantastic the whole year. So, yeah.
So, be interesting to see how these guys perform. And then one thing I was just thinking about, because we're talking about Dustin Johnson and, Bryson DeChambeau, what do you think next season is going to look like? Because it seems like, groundwork is there, but the framework isn't complete, with this merger deal and the live people have kind of made it seem like there's going to be live golf next season. Do you think we're going to go through yet another divided golf season? Or do you think before we, kick off the official, swing in January there, the West Coast swing, that we'll have, guys like Brooks Koepka back on the PGA Tour?
I think it's tough to say because I think it's so up in the air. I don't know what is going on. They came out and said they had the merger, and then you had guys like Brooks being like, let's go, like I can play with these guys again. And then really you haven't heard anything since of like a schedule-wise, a definite answer to how they're going to work with what's going on. So I would hope so. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how Liv's going to like survive and PGA is going to survive if they're coming together. They're still going to have their own individual events. And then is there going to be events where both players play in the same event? So am very tentative on next year. I would say I think next year we get some more details. And then the year after that, maybe. I'm very excited for the golf show this year on Netflix. Did you watch the one last year?
Yes, that was outstanding.
And this year they followed them around when this stuff happened. So I'm very
And have they announced when that's gonna be aired?
It usually, they follow the whole season. Season ended, I think, about a month ago.
Right. Okay.
And so they're probably ending it up, putting it all together. I think last year it came out around the Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl, February-ish or January-ish. So I would guess somewhere in the winter-wise. I don't know if they've released it definite, but probably somewhere around there.
And it's funny, the one complaint that, a couple of people I know that are, big into golf like us, was, and I think your hands are tied because some people that watch this documentary aren't going to be tuned into how the PGA Tour works, but like the constant like explaining about getting into the playoffs and like what it means and the qualifications and just like kind of the repetition, kind of saying the same stuff. But I guess there's no way to avoid that. I mean, that was just kind of that. And then I also think, I don't know. I know you want to there's certain things where you have to show the same tournament twice, but I think they could have kind of spread that out more where they highlight each golfer at different tournaments. So I feel like they had like the bite of Scott Van Pelt saying that they're at Southern Hills like 8 times, and it was like just the same thing in Mito and all that.
Yeah,
like
they keep jumping back and forth.
Right. So I think there's some way they could do that. But overall, I really thought it was, really captivating. I really enjoyed watching it. And it's funny too, like the way that Brooks was highlighted. I mean, you would have thought his career is over.
Oh, yeah.
And then the season that he ended up having, I know he tapered off, the last 2 majors, but started out pretty strong, definitely.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. Going back to the Ryder Cup team, where like Brooks Koepka's on the team, major champion. Like I think if you go down this roster, and you never the JT thing, I understand, but he's been here, he's been in this situation before.
True.
I think that's in any other sport but golf, we'd be like, oh, they have a guy coming in that's been in this game 4 times. Like this is a positive. where he kind of regained some form. He played well in the Fortinet Championship a couple weeks ago. So I think just having his experience is big. Brooks' experience, like Jordan's experience comes in and he plays well. Him and JT are going to be playing well in the duos. So I think this team's really good, but I also do think, I'm talking to my friends, I think this Europe team is slept on good too. And they have the same questions that we have about rookies. Like they have this 19-year-old kid that hasn't even played in the major yet, but could be like a phenom, they're saying. This guy,
Nikolai Hogard
Ludwig.
or Ludwig Adberg.
Yeah,
Ludwig Adberg.
Went to Texas Tech,
Sweden.
golfer of the year. So they have some guys too, and then their top two, Rahm and McIlroy are insane. So I'm excited. Like I'm pumped up. Wish it wasn't from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Sunday, but we'll find a way.
Yeah, absolutely. And one other thing, and I guess it's just you can't do anything about it. If you qualify, you qualify. But like, and I guess I'm sure the way the points are structured, they want major champions to be on, these teams. But like, I think when we're talking about like the top golfers, like I know they had good years, but like Wyndham Clark and Brian Harmon, I think are like way not even close to the realm of actually, like I know based on their season, but overall ability. I mean, but I guess you can't do anything about it. I mean, do you think it's fair the amount of auto qualifiers versus captains?
I think in that situation, a guy like Wyndham Clark kind of had a more consistent season. I think is a better golfer than Brian Harmon. I think Brian Harmon had one good week in perfect conditions for his game in Britain. That would fit his game perfectly. He had all these bombers coming out, and he just kind of laid back, didn't put the ball in places it shouldn't go, and he won that tournament. So I think I agree with you with that. I don't think Brian Harmon should be on this team, but with the way the points shake up, I don't think that's ever going to change. So whoever wins those tournaments are going to be on those teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting to, see what happens. And just running over the European team here. So we got McIlroy, Rahm, Robert McIntyre, Tyrrell Hatton, Matt Fitzpatrick, Victor Hovland, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Sepp Straka, Shane Lowry, and then, Ludwig Adberg and Nikolai Hogard. And then your non-playing captain, Luke Donald. And as you mentioned, this is a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm looking at this and I know, so what is it? 4-ball is alternate shot. Is that how
four ball is everyone plays their own ball, and then whoever gets the best score out of your team, you take that score. And then it's match play.
Okay, and then but morning foursomes is alternate shot.
Yeah, there's alternate shot, 4-ball, and then the match on Sunday.
And then Sunday, that's all just heads up matches.
That's 1v1 heads up every.
So so the heads up matches are only on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an interesting format. I think it definitely leads to some excitement. So when we look at this, keeping all that stuff in mind, obviously, the first 2 days, it's going to be even between, the alternate shot and the best ball before we get, into the heads up play. Do you think that, like after the first 2 days, like, do you think there's going to be any kind of swings just based on, the talent on each team, that maybe one side will be better at the team play, but then when we have the heads up matches, that's going to favor another side? I mean, how do you see each day kind of breaking down?
Honestly, if you ask me, I don't know. I could see, like, I don't know. I don't think any team is better for like the foursome ball or the heads up play at all. I just think it's going to come down really to individual talent, regardless. I don't know. I think Team Europe here has a little bit of an edge
in a tight one. Tony?
Yeah, in a tight one.
Like they clinched last match.
Yeah, coming down to Sunday. Like I know I'm not exactly sure the point system works, but it's first team to 15 points or over 14 points, right? Wins.
14.
Yeah.
And they could possibly tie it, right? I was reading that a tie goes to USA, which is pretty crazy
because they're the road team.
They're
whoever held the trophy,
the incumbent champions.
Oh, I got you.
Which is pretty gnarly, but I still think I think Europe wins this one.
Europe wins, and who's their top performer?
I'll say Rory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
What do you think, Riley?
I think the first 2 days are close. Probably a lot of tied matches. We go into Sunday with both teams having a shot to win. I think down the stretch on Sunday, though, even the rookies for Team USA have played in majors, big tournaments. So I don't think it's going to phase them that much compared to a guy like the rookies on Europe. You got Hogard, and then you have Ludberg, who both have not even played in majors or anything. So I think that will get to them. I think the United States 1v1 players beat them on Sunday, and I think that gives them the trophy on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of like to, breaking trends and just looking at these rosters. And I think there is a lot of talent in the US team. And I know I was, mentioning a couple of guys that could have made it even better. But I just think the experience, the camaraderie with the US team. So I think they win in a tight one.
That's like American Pie shit.
And I think even though, I don't know, he's not known as a Ryder Cup player, I think we'll see Scotty Scheffler star in this one. He's the most talented golfer in this tournament.
Yes, I agree.
So really looking forward to watching this, and like you said, it's going to get underway Friday morning, 1 Eastern at Marco Simone Golf Club.
Looks beautiful.
So I'm really excited to see that, see the course. It really looks like a treat, and by the time we're on the air on Friday, we'll have a full day one recap before we get into football. So, which is
pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna stay up the whole night right into the show.
It's so tough though, because like when you want to watch something like this, we all have this, we want to watch stuff live, and I'm bad at, I can't know something happened and not like quote unquote look at anything and then watch a recording. Like, how do you deal with that? Like with especially like if they're playing like the British Open and stuff. Like, what do you usually do?
British Open, I usually get up for and watch. When I had cable TV at home, I would record. But at school, we don't have cable, so I don't record. On Sunday, though, I think it's 5-1 because they play all to like 7 o'clock Rome time, whatever. So that's watchable. But Friday, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna watch some because I love the Ryder Cup, and I actually I think it's something that I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna watch it from like 2 to 4.
No, and then how nice of a viewing opportunity Sunday, because the Ryder Cup starting at 5 a.m. You got the international football game at 9:30.
Yeah, that's
so you
right.
basically have stuff from 5 a.m. to what 11:15. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah. That is a day. That's for sure.
It's gonna be great sports sport at the Horseshoe.
Yeah, absolutely. Lot to go over. And boy, does this course look unbelievable.
Stunning, dude.
So nice.
Can we look up, like, is this public? Like, what's the rates? Like, let's talk prices, Tony.
This has got to be like high end.
You would think,
people.
yeah.
See what we got here. Yes, shop online.
Buy some merch.
Play golf. These years provided for me in the course, par 72.
Private, I'm guessing.
It's gotta be.
It seems like it.
Spa.
Yeah, whenever they have stuff like this and there's no book at tea time. I mean,
Restaurant on the green, the Golf Academy. I know it's not just booking.
Yeah,
memberships.
Book your like consultation to see how much.
Oh no, right.
Oh, this is an Italian, huh?
Yeah.
Up top though, they let you change that or no?
350
euros,
€1,000. No, stop it.
Why is there only
2 zeros there, buddy? I want to say it's $350 for a visitor to play 18 holes.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Okay, okay.
350 euros. Excuse me. So
I'm a little, I don't know, but that comment's throwing me off. Like, why is there no period? I don't know if that's a European thing.
I think it is a European thing, dude. They do things differently there.
They do.
A lot differently.
That's true.
That's true. So $350, dude. See how much it is to become a member. Okay. This is where things get kind of tricky.
There's no way it's only $3,000 to become.
Yeah, it can't be right?
Maybe that's like
3 million.
It could be.
There's no way, dude. It's a dot.
Yeah.
It's a point. $3 million? No. Right. I guess writing numbers in European. You don't use the hashtag for the number sign. It's not common in Europe. On the continent, commas are decimal points.
Okay, that's it.
And decimal points are commas. So €1.50 is 1,50, right?
but
So it
that's-
was $350.
No, 350 euros though.
Euro. Sorry.
So let's do the conversion. How much US dollars? 350 euros.
350 euros to dollars.
That's not right. Oh, but then
$369.
oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it's the same?
It's a $19 difference.
Oh, I don't know why. I didn't think it was that like closely intertwined. But
Yeah, I thought a euro was like $1.50.
yeah. I guess that stuff's
But
always changing. though.
Constantly changing, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm kind of confused because it's the periods are meant for commas. So maybe is it really? Oh wow, this video is still going, huh? That's a great video.
It is.
I'm so confused with the membership though. Maybe it's like 3,000 a month.
I think we're gonna have to call him after the show.
You know Italian?
No, but I figured you would. You know, mozzarella.
Come
No?
si chiama? Dude, are you kidding me with that? Mozzarella.
Wait, right? Have you been here when we've talked about that, Tony? Like, if he's just, let's say, hypothetically, we're at like Applebee's or something, he'll be like, "Can I get the mozzarella sticks?"
Dude, literally happened to me, by the way.
At the-
Like last week, I called in the pizza place on Barnum called Gino's.
Yeah.
Literally, and it was a younger girl, like a teenage girl, like is on the phone
Right.
taking orders. So already like you're in high school, you don't know anything. Okay, order mozzarella sticks. The what? The mozzarella sticks.
And then she said,
Come again?
Third time.
I honestly didn't think she got it because I was like, the mozzarella. She goes, oh. And then she goes, you want a small order or a large order? And I was like, that normally doesn't come in, like, there's normally not sizes for mozzarella sticks.
"Well, I don't. I mean, there can be,
But I
I'm
guess
guessing that place there isn't."
I feel like that
Yeah.
is very uncommon,
Yeah.
But it ends up being, I got the small, it was 6 piece, I think, mozzarella sticks. Very delicious. Love mozzarella sticks.
It's so funny. Like, I feel like saying it like that, like, I don't know. I feel like there's just some more like motive behind it for you. Tony.
I forget. No, there's not more. It's just what I say, dude.
I got them
don't
from.
know.
I got mozzarella sticks from Burger King last week.
Yeah.
Would you say it in Burger King?
Dude, it's just how I say
I
it. Like, I'm not
just-
gonna say.
No, but I just
I know
feel
what
like you
Burger
just-
King. Burger King.
I don't
they'd be
know.
like,
though.
what?
I just-
also wouldn't get them from Burger King. How about that?
But
bro?
like, maybe I'm just completely off the mark here, Tony. But I feel like you say it like that because you feel that everybody's saying it wrong, so you want to make a statement to everybody that that's not how you say it. This is how you say it.
No, I say it because I grew up saying it like that, and everyone on Staten Island says mozzarella. Everyone really in New York
And you
City
really
probably
say-
says mozzarella.
And you can't say calamari. Like, you just don't.
It's calamad, and I forget who was talking to me the other day, but they said manicotti, and I almost like threw up.
I don't even. Actually, I'm trying to think.
It's manicotti.
So, but is that like, because I always thought like when we were growing up, my mom always said, I feel like she didn't still sincere. It was like money got. And then I thought it was manicotti.
yeah.
And now I feel like I'm just confused. Like, what is it actually? Not,
I mean, I guess manicotti is the
English version?
pronunciation of it. Yeah.
And how is it pronounced?
I say manigot.
Monagot.
Manigot.
Monagot. Tony, come on. I mean, it's interesting stuff. Especially, I just feel like yesterday, the pronunciations were a theme.
Oh my God! Yesterday, yeah.
Just certain things. I think we've created separate pronunciations that never existed before.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, dude.
But yeah, that's just funny stuff, and definitely looking forward to watching the Ryder Cup, and we'll see. Maybe trying to think. Because so it would really be Friday. Yeah, I probably am just gonna watch Sunday morning,
Saturday
like
morning,
live
1 in the
anyway.
morning. You're not gonna be up partying.
Saturday morning, no, I don't think so. It's tough. I mean, I don't know. We've talked about this before, Tony, but it's tough for me to stay up that late anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if you hang out with me, Well, the mozzarella and the man of God to the sunrise, dude.
Well, I don't know. Like, what time, like, would you say you normally, like, on a Friday night, you don't have to get up at 4 for something the next day? Like, what time do you usually stay up?
Probably like 1:30, let's say.
What would you say, Riley?
Probably like 3, 4.
Wow.
College, dude.
Yeah. I'm like
do it.
kind of tight at 12, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I could, depends also like what's on, like if there was some like ridiculous Yankee game, for instance, or like really good college.
Yeah, it depends
football
on
game.
what's going on too, and like again, like how much am I drinking? Like, what's the plan here? Like, I mean, during the wedding, I was up until like 3 a.m, and I was like still like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it is environment, and I think like if you're at the Borgata, you could stay up till 6 a.m. just at the table.
I mean, you don't even know what time it is in there. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, no, that's true. You definitely
no
lose
windows,
track.
no clocks.
No, but I don't know. I feel like that stuff's overrated, like in a sense, because it's like everybody
Staying up
has
late?
their phone. No, but how they do that and they think it has some effect. Like everyone's phone's in their
Yeah.
pocket. Maybe back in the day before it was like
Oh,
that.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Percy
yeah.
Jackson.
But now, I mean, it has no. I mean, we know.
I don't know
what
about
time-
you, but sometimes like when I'm at the table, especially now, maybe they're just more so on top of it. But if I'm looking at my watch or my phone, they're like, dude, you can't
Yeah.
be
Oh yeah,
because
no,
of
and
my Apple Watch, because of my phone. Like you can't do that.
I always thought that was so ridiculous, and it's like you guys are really gonna like worry about that. Like, what is someone gonna text? Oh, I like know what, like they're giving you the card count, which like it's just like that's not happening.
It's just not gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, it's so insane.
It is insane.
It's like they don't win enough. Like, you kidding me?
Yeah, really.
But
What's up?
I think something that's probably never gonna change, and they're
Nah,
just nervous. We know that.
Incredibly nervous.
But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
Mm.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yep, what a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
There it goes.
All right. So Mets rained out yesterday. Doubleheader
It's a real
today. Yankees were in Toronto. So the Blue Jays jockeying for playoff position in that AL wildcard race. And the Yankees, were coming off a series last week with the Blue Jays where they dropped 2 out of 3 at home.
Oh yeah.
So looking for some payback here. And, as we talked about yesterday, we had a really good pitching matchup between Michael King and Kevin Gausman. And it lived up to expectations. I mean, you look at the first 6 innings of this game, both pitch. I mean, with both pitchers, 4 hits and 7 walks is a lot. King was a little spotty with the control, but there weren't a lot of bat on ball. And Gausman has had an outstanding year, and I think he remains. And I don't know if it was because of that kind of like mid-career kind of collapse that he had for a little bit, but I think he's underrated at this point.
Yeah.
And you look at what the Blue Jays paid for him in the offseason. That's a hell of a contract for a guy who's near the top, or I might even lead the American League in strikeouts.
Really?
Kind of think he does. 237. Like that's
Sounds like a lot. A second. Oh, it's in the American League.
Oh no, is Strider number 1 or Snell?
I think it might be Blake Snell, dude.
What year he said?
Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Pitching stat leaders, 3rd one down there.
Let's see. Home runs, runs batted in, saves, strikeouts. Spencer Strider. Yep, 274.
Yeah,
Wow. So
he has an outside
and then
chance. at
Gausman and then
300.
Snell.
Yeah, Pablo Lopez, sneaky 228 as well.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude. Garrett Cole in 5th there.
And it's interesting too. That Lopez Araz deal. It looks like a pretty fair deal. You don't usually see those when 2 major leaguers are traded for one another.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think with that deal? Like, is it you still favor the pitchers because they're more valuable, or the fact that Araz is just like a on base machine that kind of holds more value there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think in this day and age, I think Araz would be more valued
Because there's just there's nothing like
no
that out there.
Yeah, there isn't.
What do you
Like, it's
think, Riley?
ridiculous.
I think Arias is maybe more valuable. I do think technically the way he gets on base and like how he doesn't hit home runs in the new MLB is not as valuable, and especially his average went down. And I think Lopez had a great year for them this year, and I think Minnesota needed pitching. So I think it's more even than really someone's more valuable. I think it's dead even, to be honest. I really do.
It's funny though. I think and like you talk about the value of a guy who hits for a high average but doesn't hit home runs like this day and age. But I feel like it really is team dependent. Like you look at the type of year that the Yankees have had. I think he would be invaluable if he was.
Oh
on the
yeah,
Yankees.
but I think that's two completely different teams. Like, on a team like the Yankees, like having a guy on base is huge. Like it would have changed everything. But on the Marlins, more of a non-powered team, I think, and I think he's super good. I mean, look, a guy almost
200 hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's filthy.
353.
Kind of ridiculous.
Jeez,
But,
OPS of 860.
I just think pitching wise, like pitching's huge nowadays, and that's why I really think it's more even than in anyone's favor.
Yeah. So that was an interesting deal. But yeah. So back to this game. Once again, Michael King outstanding. Keeping that ERA in the ones as a starting pitcher. So like I mentioned, only one hit allowed over 6 innings, and I think it was just one of those nights. And it was one particular inning, I want to say the 5th, where he had a couple walks. So I think, there were just certain times he struggled with location, but the fact that he's able to work out of it, I think just shows how dominant he is. And I don't know what you guys think, but I think there was a lot of talk. Well, he's been a reliever for a while. So as he moves back to being a starter, we see him more as a back, of the rotation guy, where I look at this and I think he's pretty elite and has a chance to really, be even the Yankees' number 2 starter next year, given his stuff. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, he's certainly someone who kind of, I guess, revived his career. I mean, we talked about him like last season. I mean, he couldn't start, and you threw him in the bullpen. Like, he started to really, I guess, hone in on locating pitches and certainly, got a better feel for that sinker that he throws, and then worked out of the bullpen, did well, got confidence. Obviously Yankees at that point needed some starting pitching because of injuries and stuff like that. So he gets thrown back into the fire and he kind of answers the bell there. And it's interesting. I mean, I feel like that's the second. Him and Nestor Cortez are 2 pitchers that were really kind of down and out. I mean, when you really think about it, I mean, Nestor was cut from the Yankees at one point. King, people wanted him gone,
including me,
including you. And I guess, whatever the pitching staff does there for New York, and obviously you got to, appreciate the work ethic of these 2 athletes as well. But yeah, certainly now, I mean, when the Yankees need spots in the rotation, obviously the Yankees need any help they can get from players, but if the rotation is set, with King, obviously with Cole, with Cortez, with Rodon,
and then you add
Schmidt,
Yamamoto,
and then if you I'm getting
that's
Yamamoto,
the best rotation in baseball.
But even not, if you have, if you can even throw Clark in there if you don't get Yamamoto, and you can still have a great like 5-pitcher rotation there. And then, like I said, one less thing for the Yankees to kind of worry about. They can focus maybe on replenishing some bullpen pieces and adding a couple bats. So I think it's great, dude.
Yeah. I mean, just what a season, combined starting and relieving. 100 and 2/3 innings pitched, 126 strikeouts, only 32 walks, only 7 home runs allowed. So it's just been a dominant season for Michael King. His whip is even at 1.11. And it's kind of interesting. Him and Johnny Brito have switched spots. You look at what Brito's done as a reliever. His ERA is in the 2s. He pitched 2 scoreless innings for them yesterday. So, he's kind of carving himself a role as like a multi-inning reliever for them next year, which is great. We thought he was going to work out as a starter. I was there for his first start of his career, 3rd game of the season, but just didn't work out. Too many like bad innings he would have. So you limit the damage by pitching him less innings. I think that's great. So you had really this game. I mean, it was, you were scoreless through 8 innings, not much offense. And then Austin Wells. We've seen him heating up of recent, a homer to left center, 367 feet. That scored Glaber as well. Made it 2-0. And those were the only runs of the game. You bring in Clay Holmes in the 9th. He allows 1 hit, but gets the job done for his 23rd save. And the Yankees take game 1 here on the road, 2-0 for their 80th victory of the season. And like we've been talking about, obviously now that you're officially eliminated from the playoffs, you're just looking for positives for next season. I know you want more runs, but at least in this one, it's not like you struck out 15 times. You were facing a pitcher like Kevin Gausman, who is one of the better in the American League. So I think overall this is a great win, and there's stuff to get excited about for next year. Obviously, Austin Wells and
win.
Michael King. I think the stars of this game, and then even throw Brito out of the bullpen. I think it's a lot to like.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, like you said it, Kevin Gausman has had a career that's been absolutely a year, I should say. It's been definitely, above anyone else's expectations for him. And the Yankees remain patient. A lot of their young guys stayed patient, like you said. Like, it's not easy to get to Kevin here. So you kind of knew, the Blue Jays, if you're going to win this game, you get into the bullpen. You maybe pop one of those guys. And Austin Wells, I mean, talk about answering the call. I mean, top of the 9th, kind of like high pressure situation. First pitch fastball, absolutely jumps on it and cranks it out of the park. I mean, you absolutely love to see that from Austin Wells. Again, one of your younger guys who's getting some confidence. Like you said, you're kind of looking ahead to next season. He's someone you definitely want to continue to develop. And like I said yesterday too, become more of an everyday catcher for you for sure.
Yeah.
I know. Can he catch Cole? Like, what's the deal with that? Is he cool with that? I know Cole is kind of finicky with his catchers.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think. I think they did work together. So I don't think that'll be a problem, but I wouldn't be surprised too if next year Cole was with Trevino, a lot last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went back to that. But I think next year you're going to see Austin Wells start at the minimum 4 games a week. I think 5 is the right number. You keep him fresh, keep Trevino in the mix. And even if you want him to catch 4 games and then even DH him other games, then it'll be all made a lot easier if they're able to jettison Stanton off this roster.
Let's hope so, dude.
But I just think a lefty power bat, you want it in there as much as possible. And it's just nice that this gives him some confidence going into next year. Last 7 days, he's 6-19, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. That's what we've been waiting to see from Austin Wells. So that's exciting stuff. And nice, the Yankees, it's unfortunate that it's just too little too late, but best record in the majors this month. So really been hitting their stride, and at least you could say as to what's been a very, very disappointing year, ending it on a high note is as important as it gets.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking of a high note, Jay Bird commenting saying, "Yo, Sportsport is up early. Get that money."
Jay, what up, bro? Tony's getting ready to stamp that one. Jay, man. And then just to update yesterday, with the picks, obviously Tony got washed out with the Mets game. But you hit on the Dodgers. And I believe the Royals fell. Yeah, the Royals.
Greinke fell.
Greinke popped.
No, he didn't.
Let's see what we got here.
Let's see. This is
6-3. So I'm imagining hammered. No. Okay, so it went to the bullpen. Actually, I don't think he pitched bad at all. Now that I'm looking at this,
looks like he pitched 5 innings of no earned runs.
I think you actually said that 5 innings of no earned run ball. So
give it to the fucking bullpen and blow it, dude. Why don't keep 75 pitches you threw? Keep him out there, dude.
So we'll give you the extra game today. Like I said, Dodgers hitting game 2.
Where'd you go yet? So
you're 48 points. I hit with the Yankees and the Padres, but lost with the Rangers. I think that's because Padres won 4-0. Boy, Lugo really has been on a heater recently.
Yeah, dude, he has been.
So are the Padres. It's funny.
Josh Hader gets
such a similar team to the Yankees.
Yeah.
But I just can't stop thinking about Soto and just what that would mean if we could find a way to bring him in. It's just, and I think there's an opportunity because of the contract stuff. I mean, what do you think? I think you're getting really good value for what they're actually going to want. Because of $30 million arbitration next year plus a $500 million deal, they're not getting 10 prospects.
Yeah. But do you want him if you like you'd have to resign him, definitely.
I want to resign him. And as long as we don't have to give up anybody that's debuted in the majors this year, I'm good. Because there's a lot of younger guys that are talented. And plus, like we said, Glaber is the perfect piece to throw into that deal and up the value. Because they want major league players. So
yeah, I just think I don't know, they're tight up the middle already. And then like I don't know what Glaber would do for them. And then like I think they will ask. I think you're right. You don't want to give one of the guys that's debuted this year.
Yeah.
I think they're going to ask for one, though.
Yeah. I mean, my line in the sand, though, is I just want to keep Volpe, Dominguez, Wells, and Peraza. And then, Pereira, Cabrera,
Cabrera,
Florial,
Hanna-Barbera.
Have at it. Plus anybody that hasn't debuted yet. So be interesting to see how that situation plays out. But yeah, as far as the picks, I'm 57-48. Like we mentioned, Mets with the double dip today, beginning of 410.
Yeah.
What are we thinking here, Tony?
So that game obviously is the rollover from yesterday with Joey Lucchesi. And then I'll take game 2. I say the Mets get a nice doubleheader sweep. Kadai Senga on the mound for game 2 against an undecided Miami Marlin pitcher. So you imagine some type of bullpen game, some starter. That's not going to go more than 3 innings. And on top of that, it should be a relatively, nice day out there, sunny. So there's no rain involved over there in Flushing.
Brisk.
And then between these 2 games, the Mets scored 22 runs.
22 runs.
I love that.
Dude.
Who's that coming from?
It's coming from Alvarez. It's coming from Lindor, from Nimmo, from Alonso. Maybe a couple of RBIs from Mauricio as well, dude. I think they win game 1. I'm gonna say I'll say 8-4. And then game 2 is gonna be what? 14-3?
14.
Right. That's
Tony,
22.
Have you hit the
22.
cognac earlier today?
Dude, the cognac, dude. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, dude, that's my prediction right here.
You didn't answer the question though.
No, I'm not hitting any of the cognac, dude. I don't really like cognac.
Dude.
I don't like cognac.
Tony.
Do you like cognac?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Cognac is like Hennessy. That's cognac, dude.
Tony, come on. I just feel like, what's the point, right? Like, why suffer through it? Like, that's one thing I don't
cognac.
get.
Yeah, I mean, again, like it's just like a dessert drink. I feel like it's heavy and it's not like you mix it with things. It's not like,
Like, and also too, like, I feel like, yes, sure, there's some shots that like green tea shots, for instance, like I like those. I could get through Fireball, but like the hard whiskey and bourbon, like what's the point of that stuff? Like, did you guys ever were you guys riled for that? Or I just feel like there's just no need for it.
Like just to sip on a glass of whiskey or something,
or just take a bunch of shots of whiskey, like really strong. Like but like as the main drink of the night, or that's just kind of like, oh, I'll have a shot here, a shot there type of deal.
Well, if I'm doing shots, I would definitely prefer like Jameson.
Yeah.
But if I do a drink of a night, I don't drink like I'll sip on a glass of whiskey if I'm at home, like for a dinner or something. But I'm not like if I'm drinking, I'm not doing like vodka or whiskey in the rocks. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what about you, Ryder? Do you like any of that
I don't
stuff?
drink hard alcohol.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. And like you said, I just don't enjoy it. So there's really no point of me keep trying. Maybe as I grow older, I'll grow into a palate. But I think a lot of kids my age can't. And I think it's sad because kind of you used to use it in like high school. You just sneak out like vodka and stuff. And then
Really? You used to do that?
Well, everyone did. In the water ball?
Tony, you never did that? Dubra in the water ball?
Yeah, Dubra in the water ball with the
yeah. No, I didn't really do a lot of hard alcohol in high school.
But once that comes
Beers.
Liar.
No, Burnett's ew, dude. Ew.
You didn't
Ew.
the Pink Whitney.
Pink Whitney wasn't out when I was in high school. Okay, Riley.
No, that was.
I probably would have done Pink Whitney,
but the minute those come up, they just don't go back down. So
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
funny too. I laugh because still some of my friends now, like they'll be taking like shots or like drinking like hard stuff, and then it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear
They're hurling.
"Ugh,"
Really?
and it's just like
Oh.
I don't
No.
know what you're thinking. Like
No,
I
no.
just, especially once you get to a little older, like I just feel like you're setting yourself up for a brutal next day. doing that.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
dear.
think everyone handles it a little differently.
Yeah.
I mean, I was definitely a little reckless at the wedding in terms of mixing alcohols.
How
And
were
I
you the
was-
next day?
Literally, I was just tired in the morning, and then like my stomach hurt a little bit, but then I had breakfast and I felt
You were
totally
back.
fine.
No headache.
No, a little headache in the morning. Yeah, that was really the worst of it was the headache in the morning. And I was like, I started out with like whiskeys, and then I went to like gin and tonics and some tequila, and then back to whiskey.
Going around the
like-
world.
No, literally, it was like a little bit of everything. And obviously, a glass of pour you a glass of wine for your. I had London
Yeah.
broil. Had a
Oh
glass of
my
wine with
God.
dinner. Obviously, champagne earlier than that. Had some more beers.
I really
That is
like
a
wine.
mix.
Dude, it was
honestly,
crazy,
wine is
honestly.
nice.
Wine is nice. I had a London broil for dinner. It was
Yeah. Oh, the flavor
perfect
combo.
pairing.
I had a
dude.
wine last night at Red's on campus.
Oh
at
no,
Cigar.
dude! $2 glass of wine.
Yeah,
Box wine.
it was
Yeah,
$3. It was $3.
But wine and Italian food just go well.
So
that's for
sick,
sure.
dude. Reds is we should go to Reds.
Yeah.
dude.
Red's
it's
is
crazy.
great. I went
Dude.
the first time.
It's like $2 beers.
$2 beers.
Wow.
I got 5 beers and like a flight, and I paid like $15, $14.
Sick, dude. Is your first
It's a
time
good
there?
deal.
First time there. Yeah.
Great spot, dude.
Great.
The price is Tony.
Shuffleboard,
Play some shuffleboard
darts.
now. Is that the Pac-Man machine?
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of TVs. They have like a shit ton of
dude,
TVs.
mad
in there.
TVs in there.
Oh, that's
dude.
that's
Dude,
awesome.
One time I went. I think this was maybe my senior year, or maybe senior year or first year of grad school. Super Bowl. They do a Super Bowl party
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and me and like all my buddies went because we said like, oh, like why not? And we were the only people there. We had the whole place to ourselves, dude. And they had like $5 like bucket of wings, like and we
Yeah.
were it was the 10
It's
of us.
nuts.
No one else was there, dude. Sick.
Yeah.
Shout
No,
out
no,
Reds.
definitely,
Yeah, shout out
definitely have
Reds.
to check that out.
can't
Before
go
I
there.
get to my Yankee prediction here, a couple comments.
Oh, we do have comments now. Let's go, dude. Oh, Lonnie saying, let's go family. Hashtag rep the company. It's a rep DTV. Have you guys up. Might not be really listening, but I'm here. Y'all know why I'm not listening. No double B. Sick hoodie man. Hashtag rep the company. My boy.
Let's
And
go.
then he goes, oh, yes. Tony knows I gave you guys a shout out on DNR today. Let's see if it catches on with other members as well. Also, shout out Sharp Hat as well. They are part of the company family as well, he says. Sharp Hat?
I'm not sure.
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
And then he says, yo, B, Riley, what's good, my young boy?
What's up, Lonnie?
What up? What up?
Lonnie.
And he goes, I used to put vodka in a water bottle and take it to school.
I didn't advance to that.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's-
Not even in college. You didn't have like a
Tony,
drink in class.
you definitely did that in college before.
No, I
No, yeah,
still-
yeah.
You
yeah.
really would drink in class? I was just kidding.
Yeah, no, I had like
5:30
definitely a
some
few
Thursday.
beers and like a Yeti
Night
thing,
class?
or
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah, like the 5 to 7:30 like block class. And
That's
like,
actually hilarious.
you know, like
though.
immediately, like when you're leaving the class, you're going out. So it's like
Yeah.
you're starting right here,
Screwdriver
buddy.
to
Especially like
class.
grad school too. You're 6:30 to 9 is your
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, no, I hate.
Oh,
those
dude,
classes.
you gotta drink.
those.
He
Those-
says,
yeah.
Sharp Hat, look it up. Great company. I don't know why it sounds so familiar.
yeah, I don't know.
Good
Oh.
name
Hard
for
Pat?
a company.
Bryce Harbor, Harpat.
Software company in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey.
Their company.
Custom software and cost-effective solutions for clients across North America since 2001. Our clients are in professional sports, environmental services, healthcare, consulting, and more.
Interesting.
I wonder who's the Sharp Hat man. Go LinkedIn,
Mm.
CEO. Oh.
The link.
Headquarters, locations. I don't know, man. New Jersey. Doesn't say who owns the place, huh? I hate the people on LinkedIn, by the way. People on LinkedIn are the worst.
The automated messages.
You literally like the second, it's like, oh wow, someone wants to connect with me, and then it's like, hi, I'm part of creative services at wherever you.
blah 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 blah. blah.
And then it's like, and then 2 days later, are you there? It's like,
Oh,
bro, I'm
jeez.
obviously not talking to you.
Brutal. But yeah, shout out Sharp Hat, I guess.
Yeah, shout out Sharp Hat.
So yeah, Yankees game 2 today. We got Cole versus Barrios. So Garrett Cole, in really looking to put on the finishing touches of an outstanding season. I would imagine this will be his last start. 14-4, 2.75. So just round out those numbers, get that win number 15 as he gets ready to win his first career Cy Young Award. And I think, I think there's a little extra motivation. Not that Garrett Cole is not always jacked up, but the fact, the Blue Jays, especially Alek Manoah, was chirping him a lot. And where's he in the instructional league right now? Not going to be part of the Blue Jays postseason roster, but I think Cole will set the tone early. Let's say actually a season high, Tony, 15 strikeouts for Garrett Cole today.
Wow.
Over
dude.
7 2/3. Aaron Judge back in the lineup today, 2 home runs, and give Austin Wells another home run today. And I think this all amounts to Yankees 5, Blue Jays 2.
Okay, yeah, I like that, dude. I think I'm going to take the Cubs over the Braves tonight, dude. The Braves have been, having, I think, one of the worst months in baseball. Certainly for their standards, and I think just in general around the league too. Jameson Taillon pitching there for the Cubs, coming off a hot start against Colorado, where he pitched 6 innings of gave only 4 hits, 4 walks, 7 Ks, no earned runs. So obviously doing pretty well. Pitched really good against Arizona too, where 6 innings, no earned runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 Ks. So the strikeouts have been there, 134 strikeouts in the season. I guess it's been kind of up and down, but trying to get that ERA below a 5 here. Certainly this month has been really good. I would say the Braves, I want to say who's pitching. Vines. The Braves are actually, I think the Braves could be another first round knockout, honestly, for the Braves this season.
Trending in the wrong direction.
Wow.
They are certainly trending in the wrong direction. Charlie Morton is hurt right now, as well as Max Fried, I believe. So 2 pitchers out of their starting rotation, 2 of their better pitchers as well. If they have an off night on offense, and it could kind of get a little ugly. They could find themselves in a situation where they are in a must-win situation, which is not where you want to be, especially coming in with such hotness into the postseason. But yeah, I was thinking the Cubs here. They're gonna win.
They have to win too.
Cubs have to win. Must win here. 6-4.
Dodgers split with the Rockies yesterday. Tony was on game 2 with Bobby Miller.
There we go.
So I'm going to take the Dodgers today with Sheehan versus Davis.
Wow.
Neither pitcher, has a good track record here this year, but it's all about the offense. It's Coors Field. I could see Mookie Betts hitting his 40th and 41st home run of the season. What a year he's had. So give me the Dodgers. I think they drop 10 runs on the Rockies and win 10-5.
Wow. All right, my
fourth and final.
I guess fourth and final pick here. The Dodgers. Dane Dunning against Canning. Dunning and Canning.
Ashcraft.
Sean Manaea, dude.
How is he still in the league?
Honestly, I'll take the Guardians with Shane Bieber.
Hammered in his first start.
Yes,
back from the injured list.
But I think bound for a bounce back because he has had 1 start under his belt now. Certainly trying to help out lower that ERA. Definitely a little bit of a disappointing year for Shane Bieber and the Guardians as a whole. But I think against the Reds tonight, I don't think it really should be an issue. And I think Bieber keeps it honestly under the 7.5 that the over under set at. I would say Guardians win 3-2.
Last pick here, going with the Padres, one of the hottest teams in baseball when it doesn't count. Identical records here with the Giants, but I think they have the upper hand here. Offense is hot. Soto's up to 35 homers, 108 RBIs, of course, walking over 100 times. So he's going to love that short porch at Yankee Stadium next year. But Matt Waldron, give him 5 scoreless innings. Bullpen does the job. Mad Dog was actually going nuts on Josh Hader, how he refuses to pitch in the 8th inning. But he's going to pitch in the 9th inning in this one, striking out the side.
Another 33rd save.
33rd save, Padres. I'm going to say 5-2 over the Giants. And they get their 79th victory. And believe it or not, have a chance to finish over 500 here. As we come to the close of this baseball season. I can't believe this weekend's it.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous, dude.
what once had so much promise.
I know.
Jed.
Like, I don't even care about it now, dude.
But it'll be a long off season ahead, and me and Tony were just talking about yesterday. Hot stove will be here before we know it. I mean, almost it's like
Love
5
the
weeks
hot
away.
stove.
I mean, 6
It's gonna
weeks.
be interesting off season though, definitely.
I think a lot of trades due to the weak free agent market.
Weak free agent market.
Weak free agent market.
Like really bad.
Really
Right,
weak.
like historically bad.
Historically weak.
Yeah. So I think there's some hope. I think there's some
Japan
promise. And I guess, just one last thing here. Jets signing Trevor Siemian to their practice squad. I would imagine he'll need a week or two to get caught up on the playbook before being added to the active roster. Siemian, had that one start with the Jets against the Broncos, I believe. Yeah, 2019 when he broke his ankle, filling in for Darnold, I think at that point. But so obviously not the splash Jets fans were looking for. But once again, looking at the numbers here, a guy that has had some level of production that Zach Wilson, hasn't been able to imagine.
I guess.
So at least it's someone playable. But the issue is Trevor Siemian should be the backup. Zach Wilson should be the third string, and then somebody else, like Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan or whoever. That's how it should be. But at least they've started in this direction.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this yesterday, Riley. I think it's gonna be this game against Kansas City on Sunday night. A complete embarrassment might finally force your hands to bring in someone even better than this.
This is what I'm just kind of confused about. I think they have to bring someone in, and I just don't understand. If you're gonna bring someone in, why wouldn't you just bring in a guy like Carson Wentz? Because no matter what you want to say about him, he's a better quarterback than Trevor Siemian. He has shown it in his career. So if you're gonna bring in someone, why is he still a free agent? Why did Trevor Siemian get this chance? Where if you were gonna give a chance to someone, Carson Wentz would have been the guy I'd give a chance to 10 times out of 10.
Or really Nick Foles, honestly, too. Why
is he a free agent, Nick Foles?
I think so. He's not playing for any team right now.
Oh, he could be the backup. No, I think he's a free agent.
I don't think so. Yeah, dude. He's on his couch right now.
But I honestly think, though, I obviously want someone better, but I honestly think that Siemian could win some games just compared to what we're dealing with. I think we could have beat the Patriots with Siemian, honestly.
Yeah. Possibly.
Just because
I don't know. I think it's a shit pickup. I think it's a really bad move. And I think it's another indication of poor management and ownership.
Yeah.
Of all the names that people were talking about, Trevor Siemian was pretty low on that list.
And one guy that I'm a little tight at,
dude?
I have to say, is I really do think though some of this, and it's detrimental against the team here, but some of it I feel like is Aaron Rodgers because
You think
Zach
he doesn't want to
Wilson
threat?
is his project, and I think he really doesn't want to see the Jets give up on him, and I think there's some pressure there.
Yeah, I think they're also kind of maybe clinging on to when Rodgers comes back next year and you get another full year of Wilson underneath him, and then he teaches him for another year.
But isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, it is. It is. But I truly believe that is something in the back of their head. He's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And Zach's gonna get another year under him. Then after that year, Danny's gonna be ready. I don't know.
And I don't know. I could see Rodgers too being I want to be the guy who fixes Zach Wilson.
They were buddy on Hard Knocks from what I've seen. So maybe he could just be like, I'm not gonna be here if he's not gonna be here. It could be one of those situations.
But would you guys say them beating the Chiefs outright Sunday night would be the biggest upset you've ever seen if that were to happen?
Yeah, I would say so. One of the biggest ones for sure.
And then one more from Yanni here.
Oh, really, Yanni?
Yeah.
While we're on the way out, he says, Tony, you should be
Yanni
wearing the shirt Josh and them gave you. Double B is wearing his hoodie. He goes, you hack. Well, I didn't know Josh. I didn't know Barnes would be wearing his hoodie. And that shirt's in the wash. I gotta wash before I wear it. You can't just wear it.
I always
you don't know
wear
where
stuff.
it's been. You don't know where it's been, dude. You want to wear it on your body, touch your skin. It's a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
If it looks good, it looks good.
Especially like you wash it, it kind of sets it in a little bit, maybe a little shrink a little bit, get get a good feel.
Stuff shrinking in the wash is never good for me.
I
I mean, I guess maybe
first of
now
all, like-
the regimen.
Like, what's the fucking deal with that, dude?
so annoying?
Like,
It's
why
rigged.
does that happen? Yeah, it's
It's rigged.
bullshit. It is
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's
Yeah.
big for
It
It's
is.
charade.
It is. It's a fucking show.
Part of it's my fault though, because I throw all my clothes in together, so the towels take longer. So then the clothes are in there for a couple extra dry
you throw
cycles.
in clothes with towels?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
I had,
on that one, dude.
I was running out of detergent, and so I decided to throw my laundry and my sheets in at the same time.
Yeah,
That did not work out well. I think I did it for 10 cycles.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
really dumb move. I don't separate my whites. I got some of my whites got
Yeah.
messed up.
I never
I don't think
separate
like
colors.
that
Yeah,
because right now I'm just trying to be like, oh, I gotta wash clothes. Just try to do that. I'm running out of detergent. No, so
There's like a little thing. There's like a sheet I put in the wash that like helps like stop the bleeding.
Oh, I
of-
didn't know there
of
was
colors. Yeah, dude.
it's so funny. It's
Because
like,
that whole separate your whites and your colors. That's also a scam.
yeah,
Right.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a scam.
It is a scam.
I thought it was.
Well, you put your sheets in there. That's
but
that's,
it's
that's
funny
how I
with
think of
like
that.
I feel like I know I'm better off washing my towels separately, but it's like a stubborn thing. It's like I just
Yeah.
feel like I should be able to put stuff in the wash, put it in the dryer, and it should work, and that's it. And I don't want to be bothered with it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how I feel.
ideally, yeah, that'd be great. God forbid something works correctly,
Yeah.
like the way it should be.
I'm big at leaving things in the washer.
Oh, it's so I hate
Like
that.
going to
Yeah.
class.
Dude, especially at school where, well, I guess you're in a house, right? But like when you're in the dorm.
And kids take it out.
Yeah, I used to take that shit out all the time.
I used to
And-
take it out too, but when people
Yeah.
took out my shit like a minute
Yeah.
after or 2 minutes
Oh,
out, like,
yeah,
they were
true,
waiting
true.
and they take it out and you get
Like,
there
dude,
and
like-
your stuff's on top like
Yeah,
2
it's like,
minutes after. that
Literally,
stuff used to
take
give
it
me
easy,
some-
bro. Yeah. I
And
give you,
one
like,
thing
20
here,
minutes.
and it made me think of this. Last thing. So Yanni says the hoodie wash is good. By the way, WB, I already washed mine. I washed mine too. Really wasn't much shrinkage, if any. But why is it that every time you wash a hoodie, the string comes out? What's that about?
Oh, no, it's never doesn't. really
I
happen
love
to
the
me.
string too. I tie all my sweatshirts.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at that.
I don't understand. That always
I
happens.
don't.
to
I
me.
normally like.
But one wash,
string's
string
good.
gone. Like, but I guess I don't need the string. Whatever.
I
But
also
yeah,
might
this
take
is
the
this
string
is
out
so
of this one.
comfortable. I love the sweatshirt.
Fuck the string.
Anti-string.
Anti-string. Yeah, dude. I don't need these
Alright.
things hanging around.
Yeah, no, because I used to
Why?
bite them, like just like
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even
yeah.
realizing it. No point. But wow, what a show today.
Do that.
Yeah,
Excited for this Ryder Cup, coming up on Friday. Thursday night football tomorrow. We already talked about it, but amped up for that Lions and Packers game. So we'll
Good
get into
game.
that tomorrow. And we'll get into Garrett Cole's 15 strikeout performance tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that.
And 2
Yeah, me
homers
too,
from
dude.
Judge.
And 2 homers from Judge. Exactly.
Well, we're gonna be recapping the Mets scoring 22 runs.
I
True.
can't wait to
So-
talk about that.
Could be
That's,
30.
That's going to be
Yeah.
exciting.
Blondie says tie the strings together. By the way, meathead. Says you're a meathead. But that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
So stupid.
But of course, would like to thank everybody for tuning in today, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and costume merch, downtimetv.com. Shout out to the company. We want everybody to enjoy their day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go
and we
Mets.
will see you.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.